Hello guys, my name is Chantel, and for this all-deck Active-HDL video, I'll be showing how to create shortcut sequences using the Sequences Dialog Box. In Active-HDL, a sequence is an ordered set of actions executed automatically in a specified order. And sequences are all related to controlling stimuli. If you're not familiar with stimuli, I've already made another video talking about creating stimuli, and you can find the link to the video in the video description below. The Sequences Dialog Box can make working with stimuli faster and more convenient, since you'll be able to create stimuli sets, activate or deactivate the sets or stimuli, and more actions, with just a combination of keys that you can set yourself. So without further ado, let's begin. The example design I'll be using is called Hex2Bin, which can be found by going to Help, Open Example, and then it'll be under the Verilog Designs folder. Next, I'm going to open up the Example Designs UUT Verilog file. And in that, I'm going to comment out some code, which will be replaced by the sequence of stimuli actions that I'll be making. I'll just be commenting out lines 21 through 25. With those lines commented out, I'm going to begin creating my sequence. To access sequences, go to Tools, and then click on Sequences. Now I have the Sequence Dialog Box appearing on my screen. This is where you can create sequences with their own keyboard shortcuts. The left column will display the sequence and its associated actions, and the right column displays the custom shortcut assigned to a sequence. To begin creating sequences and its actions, just right-click inside of the dialog box, and the context menu will appear. I'll first click on Add Sequence to create a new sequence. Clicking on this option opens up its Properties window, where its name and shortcut can be changed. I'll leave the name as is and assign it a shortcut later, so I'll just click on OK. With my sequence created, I can add in some actions. I'll right-click again to access the context menu, and I'm going to click on Add Command. And another box will pop up listing all the possible actions I can add to a sequence. All the possible actions include creating, removing, activating, enabling, and disabling a stimuli set, creating, removing, enabling, and disabling stimulus, assigning a signal to stimulus, and removing a signal from a stimuli set. For my sequence, I'm going to create a stimuli set, create stimuli, assign signals, and then activate and remove the stimuli set. I'll first add the command create stimuli set, and when I click OK, the command properties pops up, and I can give it a name. I'll name it StimSet1. I'll click OK. Then I'm going to create 3 stimuli using the create stimulus command. I'll be labeling these commands to reflect the signal they'll be for, which will be the clock, enable, and DI signal. Now that my stimuli are created, I'll be assigning the signals that I commented out of the UUT file to the stimuli I just created. The path for all these signals will be /UUT/ followed by their signal names, clock, CLK, enable, EN, and DI. Next, I'll add the command activate stimuli set and make sure it activates StimSet1 for when I run simulation. And for my last command, I'll add remove stimuli set and have StimSet1 set to that. If I wanted to swap the order of the actions being executed, I can just drag and drop the actions in the order I want. And now that all my actions are added to my sequence, I'm going to assign a shortcut. I'll right-click on the sequence and click on Properties. I can assign a shortcut by inputting my combination in the New Assignment box. If I try to use an already existing command like Ctrl+S, it will check to see if that combination is already in use. For Ctrl+S, It is already assigned as a global shortcut for saving, as seen in the red text, and a shortcut local to the accelerated waveform viewer, as seen in blue text. For my shortcut, I'm going to use the combination Shift and Space, and then I'll click OK. So with my sequence completed, I can now use it. I'll leave the Sequences window on, and I'm going to go to View to open the Stimuli window. Now I'm going to press Shift Space to go through my sequence. The action that the sequence is currently on is the one with the orange icon. As I press Shift and Space, the actions get executed in order from top to bottom. And my stimuli window is also getting populated with my stimuli and signal assignment actions. If I need to perform an action that's not next on the list, I can just right-click on that action and click on Set as Next to make that command the next to be executed. I've stopped using a shortcut at the Activate Stimuli Set action because I am going to edit my stimuli. For the clock stimulus, I'll just change the period to 20 nanoseconds and click OK. For my enable stimulus, I'm going to change it to the value type with a deposit strength and set its value to 0. And lastly, for my DI stimulus, I'm changing it to the value type with a deposit strength, and I'll give it a value of hex 25. And with that, I am now ready to run the simulation. I'm going to save the changes I made to the UUT file, and then I'm going to go to the runme.do file. I'll comment out the run all command, and now I'll execute the script. I'm going to use my shortcut once again to activate my stimuli set. And then now I'm going to click on Run. And my simulation ran as expected, as if I never commented out any line of code. I'll go ahead and end my simulation, and I'm going to use my shortcut one last time to remove my stimuli set. Just like stimuli and stimuli sets, you can import and export sequences. To export, go to File, Export, Stimuli and Sequences. I'll name the file SEQ and click on Export. Now I'll go ahead and delete my sequence and I'll import it back. I'll go back to File, then Import, Stimuli and Sequences, click on my sequence file, and click on Open. And there it is. My sequence is back like it never left. And that concludes this demonstration on creating shortcut sequences with the Sequences dialog box. This tool allows me to perform actions related to stimuli with a custom shortcut. I can accelerate my simulation process using manual stimuli with just a press of a few buttons. Thank you for watching.